The latest update for City Skylines is out soon. It'll be out on May 21st. We've had a chance, thanks to a collaboration with Paradox Interactive, to get an opportunity to play the game a little bit ahead of time. So I've been in the process of building out a city here that we're going to be working with to check out the new expansion. This is City Skylines Campus, where we get to build out our own university sort of campus area with unique buildings that we can place, some new pathways and stuff that we can put things on, new types of bus routes that let us have school buses in addition to just normal city buses, varsity sports. I do want to say thanks very much to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this video. You can find a link to the game in the description down below, and remember that this update comes out on May 21st. But let's jump in and start building our own campus here. In order to check out the content of the new update, I built out a small little town here. It's actually, we've hit a milestone here of the colossal city. So I guess, you know, small maybe isn't necessarily the exactly right term for it. We're just over 32,000 in our population. The town itself has been growing fairly well. We're making decent cash and stuff. I am not a pro at this game by any stretch of the imagination, so feel free to criticize. So this area up here is going to be where we build our university. Now, I placed a fountain down already as a decoration and a sort of a main roadway for vehicles to kind of go in and out of. Now, all of the vehicles that come into service the university are going to have to go on this main road. They're going to go to our central building, so this pathway will come in handy. I might actually have to expand on it and make it a little bigger, just based on the amount of traffic we might see at the university if it actually gets popular, but I guess we'll have to see how that goes. All right, so we're going to mark the area for our campus space first, and then once we have our campus place, then we can start to put stuff down. Now, this update is a little different than some of the other ones, in that you can actually place buildings like right on the paths that you make, the normal walking paths, as opposed to them having to be on roads and stuff. So paths should have a little bit more utility, which I guess makes sense because, you know, when you walk around campus, not all the buildings are right on a roadway. So that'll be our starting campus area. It's a pretty big space, but it should do. We are going to need a central building, and this is what's going to turn it into our campus. So the University Administration Building costs $50,000. We're going to stick that at the back end of our loop here. There we go. All right, so we can start to get students. People get smarts and stuff. I should probably pause this so the thing doesn't fly by. We have $2.5 million to build our university with. So welcome to Derpopolis University. Derpiest place on Earth. It's kind of a cool looking building. It's almost like a big government building, though, when you look at it. So that's our central building. This main area in the front here, I do want to do something at least a little bit decorative. So we're going to put some paths around our fountain. If I can get them not to go curved all funny, that'd be great. We'll put a path from here up to the front of the building. Again, it's not centered. I'm not super thrilled with that. All right. This path will run off to this side. This way, anyone who wants to cross the campus can they can take the walking path. And then just for something decorative, throw some little curves out here. So again, people that are walking the campus can kind of take those to get to the central fountain space. So that'll be our main central university area. Now, we do need to add out some paths on the sides that we can put campus buildings on. Assuming I can get this to snap. All right, so we have a snap point there. I guess we'll go with 20. Give ourselves some space to build out there. We do need dormitories and things for students to live in, so those will be handy to have. There we go. Okay. So we'll branch off that way. I think the first thing we'll focus on is getting some dormitories in here so we can get students in. I feel like that would be handy. Oh, actually, I probably should make some additional pathways here to put campus buildings on. How far did I make that one? All right, so we'll throw. It's interesting how it lines up here. It doesn't snap necessarily to the pathway exactly the same way. It kind of does. All right, so we'll put dormitory there. We'll put a second one over here. It's funny, this whole update, though, I don't think it has any, like, student pubs, which I feel like is just a must-have when it comes to university. What am I going to do? Okay, so University Study Hall, we'll put that up front here, I guess. We'll put that right next to right next to our central building. This is our first study hall. Okay, so we have a lot of building to go. I'm going to start the game up again. Let this progress. We need to start to get students in here, otherwise we're not going to have a whole lot going on. We still have lots of cash, so I guess we'll throw down some more dormitories. And I didn't leave enough space, because, you know, why would I want to do that? All right, in the interest of getting that to snap properly, I decided to spin those buildings and have them face the walkway here. It's funny, there's like parking there, but this is a walking path. It's not a driving path. I don't know how that works. Nevertheless, start to see how that works. Okay, so if we click on our Central University here, you can see our campus area info. Students, 802 of 500, so we seem to be doing all right that way. We're an unrecognized university. Not surprisingly, since we just built it. Campus buildings 130. Tuition fees 4,000. Expenses are only 1,700. So we're actually turning a profit, like right off the bat. That's not so bad. Policy-wise, we have student health care. We can do free lunch. Visiting scholars. Campus hires various lecturers and scholars to teach on the campus. Affects all facilities within the campus area. Increases facility bonus plus 25%, but it also increases the upkeep by 25%. We can actually afford that, so I think we're going to turn on some visiting scholars. Come teach our citizens something that they actually need to learn. Universal education. Regardless of the campus reputation, students don't pay any tuition fees. Increases campus attractiveness by 20%. Student happiness, no income from the campus. Well, we don't want that, because I feel like we should be a for-profit organization. Academic works. So in here, we have the opportunity to have them work on something. So we can give a research grant of 50,000 to work on a dissertation, discovery, or scientific study. I think we're going to have to work on scientific study. And we have the ability to influence the percentage chance that we're going to get based on the academic staff. So we can hire like a ton of academic staff. I don't know that we necessarily want to do that right away. Let's just maybe hire in like 10 of them. Academic works are one of the requirements to gain campus reputation. Chance of creating academic work can be increased by hiring more academic staff, which we're doing. We'll give them 50,000 as well. Okay, so they can work on some scientific study. We don't have any varsity sports set up yet, so we don't have to worry about that. We do want to get to the point where we have a football team, though. I think that would be pretty sweet. Okay, we probably should have some sort of groundskeeping going on. So we have the university groundskeeper. I think we could put them maybe just off to the side over here somewhere. I don't know if it makes a difference for the look or the reputation of the school, but we'll place them down here. Okay, oh, this building over here needs electricity. Maybe I should move the groundskeeper a little bit closer. It's kind of, sort of trying to get him out of sight, out of mind, but I guess we'll tuck him in a little closer here. That'll give him water and power. At least he should have power. Yeah, he's got power. Good shape. It might be a little bit interesting trying to connect the buildings here on campus. We'll see how that goes. Oh, we've unlocked another building. What do we got over here now? There's a lot of buildings in here. School of Law. Students get internships in the office of the city's prosecutor, providing legal counsel to citizens. Crime rate. Oops. Crime rate and police department upkeep is reduced throughout the city. Nice. Faculty increases campus attractiveness and requires a university campus area. Well, that's fine. So we already have one. We actually have the cash on hand, so we might as well go ahead and build this. Wow, this is a big facility over here. We can put that over on... Oh, weird rotation on that. We're going to put that on this side of the campus. It's a pretty big building. That's pretty sweet. Look at the size of that thing. That facility building's huge. Especially relative to our dormitories and stuff. Oh, it does need power. That could represent some problems. Maybe I should have made this central loop area a little bit smaller. It's okay. We'll throw a little power line in here. That'll get them all situated. They have water already, so we should be in good shape that way. So I was just looking at my education tab, and it looks like I'm actually severely understaffed in terms of my capacity. So we could significantly boost our university staff by boosting our capacity in our schools. So we'll throw in some more elementary schools, more high schools. That will get us access to some more students that we can have actually at a university level, which is probably a good thing. So we have the elementary school. We have, well, it's just a regular high school. Interestingly, there's still the university building here as opposed to the whole separate campus thing. Public library. Let's go with some public schools in here. So we're going to need, well, it looks like this whole area over here is underserved for education. So we can put a public, elementary school in here. That'll significantly boost that section of things. Way down on this side, this is all industrial, so we don't really need school down there. There are no schools in town by the looks of it. In the in the downtown core section here where we have our high-density stuff. I don't know where a good place to be. I guess we can just put it right downtown. Stick it right down the middle. And we'll throw a high school next to it also. All right. High school in there. I guess this capacity up to 2,800. Man, we have tons of eligible students. And no place for them to get better learnings. I should probably put something over on this side. All right. More elementary schools so we can get more high school students that we can have no places for. That'll be a good plan. Our botanical garden is actually over here, so I guess we'll put a school right across the road from that. That can't hurt. In theory. This whole neighborhood down here is a mix of residential and commercial as well, so I could put a school down here. Make everybody a little bit happier down there. So we've gotten significantly better capacity now relative to our student population available at the elementary level, but still some work to be done. All right, a few schools placed, and I managed to boost our capacity a little bit. We still aren't exactly in the green, but it should at least help boost our eligible students that are potential university material. So we can get our enrollment up at our new school. I do need to build some other facilities in terms of like residential, some more commercial, some more industrial. I feel like I'm running out of space over here, but I don't think I'm actually eligible to take another square. Oh, I am. All right, let's grab a square over here. Let's purchase that one. All right, so that'll give me a little bit of room to expand on my industrial space over here, which has gotten to be pretty messy, I must say. It's really ugly down here. I sort of... This one turned into like a big mishmash of roads and things that are just not horribly efficient. All right, well, it's not pretty, but they added another space down here to get a little bit more of our industrial space in. I do need some more residential. My trouble is going to be the pollution that we have going on in the city here, actually. This industrial zone is pretty dirty. Over here, I also have some wood production, but it doesn't seem to be too bad from like a regular pollution perspective. I think just noise pollution. Yeah, there's a little bit of noise pollution there, but honestly, there are certain parts of my city that are even noisier, so I don't know that makes a big difference. I think what I'll do, though, is because this section over here is close to the university, I think we'll plan to expand out on this side. This will give us an opportunity to put in both commercial and residential. Kind of make this thing a little bit bigger. In terms of our campus, our reputation is still unrecognized, but that's all right. Things seem to be going, hey, it seems you're halfway through the academic year. Still have time to expand and adjust your campus area before the end of the academic year. Check out the requirements for advancement. Advancing your campus in the campus info panel. Well, we're kind of already in there right now. So we have enough students, which is good. Our attractiveness is 175 of 200, so we want to get that up a little bit so we can try to get some more in there. Now, our tuition fees are not covering our expenses anymore. Campus building upkeep's gotten to be kind of expensive. And then academic staff costs have kind of offset that. But that's okay because we had a lot of cash in the bank. We can run at a deficit initially while we try to make things a little nicer. We do want to make the campus a little more attractive, though. So let's see what kind of things we might have here in terms of decorations and parks and such. I do have this Paradox Plaza that I unlocked just by setting up a Paradox account. So we can take that and stick it over here, maybe. Oh, the path is just in the way. I didn't leave quite enough space for that path there. So let's maybe put Paradox Plaza down here, maybe. This one I cannot place on pathways because it's not in a main building. We'll put it right in there. We're going to boost things a little bit. As long as we have it available to us, we might as well put in the Futsal Club. Futsal Club's open to all fans, players, and coaches to share their love of this sport in friendly practice matches and futsal game nights. Futsal Club increases campus area attractiveness and needs to be placed within their area. Okay, all right, so we know it had to be in the campus, but the nice thing is it boosts our attractiveness, so that's a good thing. Again, this little this little pathway over here, I did not quite move over far enough. Probably should fix that, but we'll put the Futsal Club maybe back here near the central building. It's kind of small, actually. I was expecting it to be bigger. There we go. So that'll give us a little boost there in our attractiveness, which is kind of handy. That gets to 250 of 200. So academic works 0 of 2. We do need to get 2 academic works completed. I mean, I guess it's underway. It's a little hard to tell what's going on. I think it runs until the end of the academic year. And before it'll give us the outcome for our research study there. As long as we're going to have our school up here, it would probably be a good idea maybe to have some bus routes or maybe the metro coming all the way up here. Now, the metro I actually had set up... Where are we here? Metro. So I have a metro line that's running through here. It would be handy actually to have a metro line maybe that goes all the way into the university, but maybe we should just set up a bus route instead. Because I don't know that I could fit a metro line in here exactly. Actually, we could put one right in the central part of the school here. Connect this up by tunnel to this metro line. And then we'll set up a train route here that runs from here. Create a new line over to here. And then back again. There we go. So that'll give them a little round-trip route to get to the school. It's maybe not the most efficient use of the metro, but we do have the metro running from one end of the city to the other. So that means the downtown people can get to the campus that much easier. Hopefully that'll make that a little bit easier. Now, we could also do some bus routes in here, which I think would be a good idea. So if we collect people from this downtown area, I do have a couple of bus routes running in this lower core. So if we create a new route going up this way. All right, plan for a stop here. We'll do a stop over here, a stop at the central building. Stop over by residences. Take that all the way back down here. All right, so we have a full loop now that goes from the lower part of the city all the way up into the university. So we can get students maybe coming up by bus up there as well, which should hopefully increase our traffic into the university a little bit at least. Fantastic. We finished out our first academic year. That let us get to a level 2 for being recognized. Our attractiveness level now needs to jump up to level 450. We're still in a good position in terms of students. But for academic works, we only created 3 out of 4 that are needed to get to that next level. So if we're going to go into the academic works, we might as well set up another one. Know-how from self-help. Researcher O. Colossi reveals what is the reason behind self-help guide popularity boom and why self-help rarely works. Pen and paper are superior to all other user interfaces. That's nice. And then the life of a rock. Well, that, you know, good job, guys. You did something great there. I don't know what it is, but you did something, I'm sure. Let's get a few more researchers in. We'll try to get another good academic year in. So we'll donate another 50,000 in terms of research grants. This time they'll focus on something related to discovery, and we'll see what we can find for academic works they can create. Now they can create up to 4 of them, I think, in a given year. So we're in good shape that way. But 1,538 students on a capacity of 2,650. So we do need to do a little bit to try to boost what we can get in here student-wise. We do have some more stuff that's opened up. Now, the university fountain is something that's available. It's funny because I already had built that fountain in there, but I don't know that it actually does anything to boost the attractiveness of the school with the one that I actually put in there. So this one's just a smaller fountain. You know, we could actually do like a whole crazy fountain setup here. The one fountain I put at the front there is like a unique one. All right, so we have a double university fountain there, as well as this main fountain. This whole front section is it's all about consuming water. We're all about the water waste in this town. This one is more like a landmark for people to come and visit, whereas these ones are actually specifically for the university. So that should help with the attractiveness. Yeah, we're at 350 of 450 now. I don't know that we have any other buildings unlocked that we can place that are going to help with the track. Oh, we have the cafeteria now. Sweet. Gymnasium. Oh, man, we got all kinds of buildings open here. Okay, so we can put in an outdoor study space. I think I kind of want to do that. Ooh, this one's really big. Okay, we'll put this maybe... kind of wish I hadn't put the futsal thing there now. Power lines are in the way over there. Let's maybe place this over here. That should help with our attractiveness. So we have this beautiful little setup over here for study. Now, we actually do need a path to connect to that. So we probably should make sure we have one of those in place. We'll take this. Already occupied. I don't think that qualifies as actually being on this thing. Maybe we can move this and try to get it to face down the way I want it to go. Placement of these is a little bit more finicky. It doesn't snap to the road quite the same way. Okay, so that is connected now, I think. Yes. All right, so it is connected to our funky little path. So we have this open study space, which is good because it's actually right next to the study hall. and next to the dormitories. So we have that all taken care of. Now, students, of course, more than anything else, they're probably going to want to have food. So it'd probably be a good idea to have our cafeteria set up over here somewhere near where the students live, too. See how big the cafeteria building is. University cafeteria. Oh, it's actually not that big. We could place that right in here. I did move the dormitories a little bit, so I could make use of the space that's here. So we'll do that. We'll place our cafeteria right here. So our students have a place to go and eat now. That should also improve our attractiveness on the university. Oh, so close. 445 of 450. That's just cheating. The last building we haven't placed yet is the University Gymnasium. This building, again, is pretty big. So I think we're going to need a little bit more space for this one. We could probably put it... Well, we could put it over here by the... not Glebe Law, but I think I'd rather have it somewhere back here near our dormitories again. So let's go ahead and we'll put a path for the dorm. Maybe up through here. It's not going to fit. Alright, that made room, so we can send the path up to here. We'll take our gymnasium, that's the groundskeeper. Alright, University Gymnasium provides students with athletic, recreational, and leisure services. Gymnasium has a citywide effect on citizens' health. Oh, good. Building increases campus attractiveness, naturally. Pretty much everything does, it seems. Alright, so we'll plug this, like, maybe right in over here. 35,000 is going to cost us to put that into play. These buildings, I shifted them out of the way to make room for the path, but I kind of want them to be back sort of snugged in close. Oh, no! Somebody died in the fountain. That is just wrong. Oh, where are they? I thought it was, for a second there with the crowd gathered over there, I thought there might actually be a dead person right there. Of all the places somebody that could die, did it have to be at the fountain? It's just so inappropriate. So it occurred to me as I was waiting for the university year to kind of round about here that we did actually miss putting down another type of building. On the far side here, there in the modder pack, they did have something that was available for us as a facility. University students who wish to specialize in certain areas go to these facilities. Each building educates Sims in one subject like astronomy, arts, biology, or law. Students can pick and choose to go to one of these buildings or the main university, but each faculty building operates individually. So I don't know that this is necessarily like part of the campus. Student capacity is 800. It doesn't really say anything about having to place it within the campus area, so I don't know if these are going to count towards sort of the university setup or if it's something different. So I have two different buildings there. I don't know what they specialize in, but we'll see what happens. Well, we're coming up at the end of our next academic year. So it ends in like 1 week. Our student capacity is way down relative to where we could be. I think it might be these buildings. I think these aren't specifically related to the university, so I think I'm gonna trash these. I don't think those are specifically university facilities, and they may have been taken away from our eligible students. So we'll see if reducing the options actually increases the likelihood that students will come to the university instead. Yeah, student population is going back up, so I guess those buildings were a mistake. I should have put those down. That's going to hurt a little bit in terms of our growth, but overall, the university has been going pretty well. We definitely have the campus attractiveness set up. Our students are still in good place because we only needed 800. So this should move us up to the next academic level, or the next recognition level at the end of this academic year, because we'll knock out some more research items too. There we go. Academic works, 6. So we got a 3 this year, so 3 this year, 3 last year. Students 2237. Campus attractiveness of 480. We're now renowned, which is awesome. Previous year we were just recognized. We've unlocked some new buildings. We have University Academic Statue 1, University Library, the Math Club, the School of Medicine. Nice. So we have a School of Law and a School of Medicine now. University Commencement Office. Research grant funded academic work. Throwing keyboards into this machine makes them turn into games. Oh, that's interesting. Good discovery. Over 9,000 white bed sheets were appropriately handed by students for this year's toga party. Good times. All right, so we've wrapped up our second academic year. We have some more buildings we can add on to our campus. It's already starting to grow pretty nicely. I'm looking forward to growing this a little bit more. Again, this expansion is coming out on May 21st. If you want to get it yourself, there'll be a link in the description down below. Thank you again to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring the video. We'll come back next time and continue to build our university. I want to get a sports franchise going here as well and see how that all works with varsity sports. Should be a lot of fun. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.